Welcome to the 20-Minute Gamer channel. I'm your host, Nick, and we're jumping into another tactical breakdown. Today we are looking at Pioneer Station Queen Battle. Now, I have to correct myself. Somewhere along the line I mentioned that with the exception of the Queen Battle in the Dead Hills Mines engagement, all the other Queen battles you effectively were allowed to kind of set up however you needed. I was wrong. I am not too proud that I cannot admit that I was wrong. Pioneer Station is another one where you hit the console, you're led into the room, and you are fed the information that, yes, there is a queen. So this is another one, unfortunately, where our ability to set up and lure her was not necessarily available to us. Let's get into it. All right, so I want to touch base on something here real quick. They showcase us about 7 synthetics, artificial persons. I want to be politically correct here. They showcase us about 7 synthetics, and there are more. There are a lot more synthetics than that. Now, they are not necessarily that threatening of a unit, but they are a unit that is opposing us nonetheless. So we've got about 7 to 10 here. They're showing us the 7 here, but there's, I think, 3 or 4 off screen to stage right, okay? And then on the left side of everybody, there's about another 10 to 12 as well. So we do have them to contend against. All right, so first things first. What is it that we need to do? How do we need to go ahead and take care of this? Well, I'm going to go back a few seconds. You can see here when we enter the room and the camera pans to the queen, you can see there are 8 eggs. So I know that there are face huggers. Now, all right, so the first thing that I want to do is I want my incinerator. I want to block off this gangway and I want to block off this gangway. I do not want to have to contend with 8 frisky, quick face huggers, all right? Let's go ahead and do it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and sweep our flame right across there, and that's going to go ahead and inhibit, and it's going to prevent the face huggers from actually getting to us. All right, so we're going to go and take care of them. The next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and grab the grenade launcher, and we're going to start bombarding this chick with everything that we possibly can. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and drop a couple grenades out there. We're going to go ahead and set up our turrets. All right, now very important here. All right, so firewall is out. Synthetics are getting engaged. We need to go ahead and thin the herd. All right, the queen is awake. She has a little bit of health chipped away because of the grenade. We're going to go ahead and drop a grenade on these synthetics. Let's go ahead and pop that puppy. There we go. We have the stasis on our grenades, so I know the synthetics are going to be slow moving through that. My Marines should be able to target them pretty effectively. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is drop that second turret. All right, so we're going to make sure that we have our northern and southern flank covered. All right, so right around here, I begin to actually lose control and lose sight of where the queen is moving to. I was able to find her, and I saw that she was moving to the southernmost route. Now, initially, my thought process was, let's go ahead and set up another turret. I want another turret set up because I want firepower to the south. I want to make sure that my team is able to effectively engage her in any way. All right, I wanted as much firepower on scene as I could. I bypassed that idea. Because I thought to myself, hey, this works on the other aliens. What can I do? How can I control this even more? Well, I thought to myself, let's go ahead and engulf this area in fire. If we engulf this area in fire, then the queen will be forced to reroute. So you can see I cancel my turret and I use my incinerator to basically engulf that area. Now, my team goes back to engaging the synthetics. All right, so the synthetics are now beginning to really kind of flood the scene, and they've gotten a lot closer than I like. Drop another grenade, have them pick up the stragglers. No big deal. All right, that's not a big deal. All right, once again here, I am searching the area for the queen. I just irresponsibly so, I've lost track of where the queen is. All right, I'm scanning around. I'm assuming that she's been rerouted. I did not see her. I did not see her, even though I glanced over her 2 times already, okay? I wind up going a little bit more slowly, and I realize the reason I didn't see her is because she was really kind of hiding in the shadows, all right? She does not care, and she was not rerouted by the wall that I put up. This bitch is going to burst through this firewall, all right? I failed in my attempt to reroute. I have lost control of the situation. That is the first thing going through my mind, is that I've lost control of the situation. So I wanted to go ahead and burn a command point and try and do damage to her while I could. If she's this close to us, she is within 50 meters of my team. I need to start considering doing some serious damage to her, or else she is going to wipe out my team. All right, so I go ahead and I drop a couple grenades, all right? Stasis grenades are on her, okay? The next thing that I go ahead and do, all right, so my next thought process is grenades didn't do the damage I thought they would. I need to go ahead and use an incinerator. So I've gone ahead and I've used a tactical analysis. I've used one tool to go ahead and feed my team some command points. Now, even though she's a little bit outside of the initial range of my flamer, I know that she's making a beeline for my team. I'm not worried about having a gap in that coverage. So I go ahead and let fly, and I let my incinerator rip right into her. If you listen to the audio, like it sounds like I'm feeling good, I'm not. This is the closest that a queen has been to my team with this high of health, I think, for the entire game. My radar is going off. Like I need more resources. All right. So I go ahead and I burn another tactical analysis, and I drop one grenade, and I go ahead and I drop another incinerator on the queen. Now in the back end, my team is kind of wiping out the rest of the synths that are still kind of encroaching on my team. The queen is also now well within striking distance, so my team has kind of eaten away about 2/3 of her health, but she's still charging right at us. Okay, my team is not doing the damage. They are not faring as well as I thought they would, and a lot of this 100% is my mistake. This is all my mistake because I did not maintain positive control of this situation, and I lost vision of where she was. My LOS, my line of sight, definitely got impacted on her. Now, she's charging her attack. The majority of my team is out of the way, okay? So the majority of my team is out of the way. Not too big of a deal. I knew that I wasn't going to lose anybody. Everybody's at full health. Everybody, for the majority, has almost all of their armor. So I knew I wasn't going to lose anybody, but I also wasn't thrilled about the fact that the Xenos got one over on me. I literally feel like I've been caught with my pants down. All right, so she's gone ahead and she's knocked down 2 of my Marines, all right? I don't have any tools. I have no tactical analysis. There is nothing that I can do except for shoot this chick. She is not worried about my Marines engaging her. She is worried about a high DPS turret that is going to shoot her regardless of the situation and is going to shoot her accurately, okay? So she begins to start wiping out my turret. That's all I needed. At the end of the day, that's all I needed. I just needed her distracted for a little bit. Everything worked out for me in the end. My Marines get back on scene. Okay, they start kind of taking out the synthetics. No other problems arise for my team here other than the fact that we're down 1 tool. I need to repair this turret, and I can't. But at the end of the day, we wound up ahead. The only person that really got hurt, I think, was Smith. Smith got knocked down, and so did Sharp. Okay, so Sharp lost a little bit of armor. Smith lost a little bit of health, but overall, man, everyone's walking away. Everyone's walking away, and even though I lost sight, I got to talk about the things I did really, really good. Acknowledgement of the face huggers, creating that wall across those 2 gangways. I think also creating that wall, creating that barrier as the Queen was encroaching in on us. The flame lasted long enough that She did take damage as she walked through it. She did catch herself on fire, and that lasting effect definitely helped out. I think setting up more turrets would have been beneficial. I don't think that we would have had my team actually get impacted, get knocked down. I think I would have been able to back away sooner. She would have then gone after the turrets, and we would have just been able to maybe target her with some flamethrowers. I'm worried, though, if we did do that, my flame units may have actually hit my turrets and her, and instead of being down one turret, I would have maybe been down two, and later on in this mission, when we do get a tool, I'm able to kind of recover the turret that I have, and I walk out of here with 4 turrets still. So, you know, small things. I mean, obviously the turrets are not hyper important. I get that. I do rank them as an expendable thing, especially in these types of circumstances. But yeah, man, those couple of things I did well. The most important thing I got to say that I did really, really wrong on this was losing sight of her. Not cluing in on where she was. Things could have gone a lot worse. On my previous playthrough, she goes the north route. And by going the north route, she actually finds herself going in between this gangway here by the barrels, and I was able to chew away at her health by igniting the barrels, getting the flame, getting the incinerator on here, dropping grenades, and that all did a lot of damage before she actually got to me. So, yeah, man, this one got out of hand. This one could have gotten a lot worse, a lot more out of hand than it did. Thank God. We still came out ahead, I think, but man, dangerous stuff. I will see you on the next one, Marines. You stay safe out there, okay? Nick out.